Hi, I'm Yashika Graham. I am a continuity announcer here on Cool 97 FM.
I am Noran Price. I'm also a continuity announcer here on Cool 97 FM. So, you and I are the pups. We are the pups.
Yes, fresh blood.
Very fresh. Very
station.
fresh. So, I've always liked radio. I actually worked in radio at other stations in different capacities, including on air, briefly. So that's how I got into it from the past, I'd say maybe 10 years. What about you?
I have been in radio for a week and a half now.
You're seasoned.
Absolutely seasoned.
All right.
Yeah, I, like you, have been interested in broadcasting for a really long time. I remember growing up and hearing, like, radio was our main source of entertainment, apart from just talking to each other. So I was just always kind of fascinated by broadcasters, their voices, and the fact that they were bringing me information from wherever they were. I was just blown away by that. So for many years, I just had that fascination and desire to also participate and do something purposeful. So I just asked questions, and here I am.
Was there a voice or a sound that got you into the radio?
A particular
Yeah, like
voice?
that give you that rapt attention. You hear it, and you're like, okay, anything you're saying, I want to listen.
Sports broadcaster Lindy Delafeno.
Of course.
And Helen Coley Nicholson. Those are distinct voices that I remember, but I think pretty much all of them. So I grew up in Westmoreland, so in the bush, you know. I remember there was a heavy rain, threat of hurricane and everything, and the radio was on. There was somebody giving information, telling us what to do, you know, how to be careful and stuff. And I was just blown away, like I was scared. And here were these people comforting me by giving me these things to do, put your passport in plastic bags and stuff, and I was like, wow, if they are away from home giving me information, then everything must be okay, or it will be okay. So there's such a kind of assurance, I think, that broadcasters bring, and sacrifices too that they make.
They're the ones out there sometimes too.
Right. Yeah, so.
And I appreciate that, because as I said, you hear them talking and you feel like they're talking directly to you.
Exactly, yes.
So, with me, it was Dennis Hall, Michael Anthony Koff was that voice.
Oh wow, yes.
It was a butter.
Yes.
I felt like I was sitting down talking to him right beside me. So early on in my life, I got into what a voice can do. Did you ever think you had a voice?
Eventually, and this would have come from my work as a performer. So I write.
That's right.
I write and I also perform my work, poetry, and that demands, you know, a particular presentation and that kind of thing. So for a long time, I have been very conscious of how I communicate and the clarity of the voice, but also, you know, you're a little theatrical in it as well.
Put a little spice on it every now and then.
Of course. Yes, so I think I have been training for a long time.
I am the opposite. I hated the sound of my voice. Hated it for some reason. I don't know, just I think my brain always compared it to somebody else's voice.
Yeah.
And I heard mine, I never liked how it sounded, but eventually I said, you know what? So they like it.
Yeah.
And eventually I was okay with it. What I like with your voice, I want to find the right word. There's a bass in it, but it's not deep. It's not boom, 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 in your stomach kind of voice, but you have this tone that is heavy, but it's clear. I can hear everything you're saying, but I feel that rambling when you talk, and that's the kind of voice I like. I also like a little husk.
Yeah, I too they like that, right?
Not too hoarse. I don't want to sound like she's been smoking since she was 12.
Oh dear.
But I like that husk that has a very feminine tone to me. So
your voice is so beautiful, Nor. Like there's sometimes when you speak and I hear the fullness of your voice at maybe the last word, and it's like a little something, a sweep that
that's a good word.
Because
I believe that sound, voice has a rhythm. If you were to put it into a machine, you'd see it. So
yeah.
thank you.
So, thank you too.
I was terrified. And it's my fault because I will tend to put a lot of stress. Has to be done properly, has to be done properly. Not perfectionist, but in my head, I don't want to let go of the station.
Yeah.
Because I've been given this chance.
Absolutely.
So, even a few people said that they heard when that mic opened the first time and I said, "Hi, this is Noran Price," time froze. And for about what felt like 10 days,
Yeah.
I was like, did I just say my name on the radio like that? And the worst part is it's not the first time I've ever done it, but it's the first time I was doing it here. My first day was a little nerve-wracking for me simply because I always wanted to be sure that I wasn't separating from what people are accustomed to hearing. It had to be smooth.
Yeah.
Transition. I listened to all the other people during the news, during regular reading, and it's smooth. I said, I have to match that. Your first solo day, deep end. There you go.
I spent the whole day nervous, you know, prepping, saying things over and over again, but terrified and excited at the same time.
Yeah.
I will say that maybe I was lucky because I got a night shift. So my shift was 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., which is a kind of lighter, not an easy shift at all.
There's no
shift is easy, but I found that it's a little lighter than a daytime shift that includes news, which I've also gotten the experience with. So I worked with Roberto Moore on that shift, and it was a nice vibe. I realized that once I was in studio, sitting in the seat, doing what I had been taught, and it just flowed, and I was absolutely at ease. There were occasions when, you know, we were nudged to have conversation, and I sometimes was thinking about it too much, but eventually it kind of felt like where I was supposed to be, and the engagement became fluid.
It felt natural.
Right. I'll just say what the daytime is like. A lot more energy requirements, a lot more hands required, you know.
I'll tell you, it's like
coordination. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
And it's just learning, I guess, the rhythm of that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Finding that rhythm.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm doing something purposeful. It's fun, I'm having fun in studio, but I also feel like I'm doing something that is beneficial to someone else, and that really excites me and makes me feel like I'm in purpose, you know?
I understand.
How
that
about
because,
you?
as you said, when the weather was being reported back when you were a kid, you just transpose that to nowadays. I say, yeah, this is what it was. So you have a circle, a complete circle.
Absolutely. How about you?
I like to know that somebody's at their desk listening to music.
Yeah.
They just heard a flight recording. They heard the news, and I'm helping them. So just to tag on to your field purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing something, and I'm touching one person, even if it's one person.
Right. Absolutely.
So that somebody can feel better. Giving a birthday shout out, imagining that the person hearing that birthday shout out on the radio. And also for my own personal benefit, I like knowing that I had family in New Jersey who listened to Cool every day on their satellite radio. Didn't know I was going to be.
And hearing it.
And when I came off after reading news the first time, I see messages. Is that my little cousin on the radio? Oh my God. So it was a nice feeling.
Yeah.
And my mother was completely proud. My daughter was proud. Oh, I have a famous daddy.
Ah.
So I really enjoyed that aspect.
Connecting.
Connection with people. Yeah.
But being in studio, the kinds of phone calls we get are of the quality that people are just pouring out all of this love, like, oh, love that tune there, and you know, Mikey B, go on with beer things, and it's just all of this love and appreciation when, you know, there are so many options for entertainment these days, and people are still, they appreciate the connection with real people and that engagement, and I can't tell you how much that makes me feel, again, purposeful.
And it also goes to show you the cool DJs, the kind of air they create where it affects so many people.
Yeah.
And then we jump on that bandwagon, for lack of a better term, and I get to feel the love.
Yeah.
'Cause like you said, a DJ plays a song, the phone rings immediately. Pull up the tune there. Where you find the song there? A lady called and she says, you guys have made my morning. I came in here not in a great mood, but just the songs you were playing and the banter, She says, you made my morning. That's a very powerful. I can understand how that can be addictive because you realize you are touching somebody's life.
Yeah. I am a writer, so I write mainly poetry, but I write fiction and non-fiction as well. Yeah. Creative. I think creative stuff really serves me. Yeah, so painting is the most recent development in the last few years, but chiefly writing and, you know, bush stuff.
You're an outdoorsy?
I am. I grew up in rural Jamaica. I grew up in Westmoreland, so like being in the bush is that's my thing.
River, fishing,
not fishing,
climbing.
river though.
Okay.
How about you? What are your interests outside of radio?
I love, I would want to say cooking, but it's more than that. It's really, I like entertaining. Alright, so throw something on the grill, people come over, sit down, have a few drinks, eat. That's what I like. I like to create social interaction.
Right.
So. Facebook or Instagram?
Oh boy. Alright, so I don't have Instagram.
This interview is over. Thank you very much for joining us. Is that on purpose?
I tried it once, and I will say that I didn't quite get it, and then I deleted it.
That was me on Twitter.
It was. I have Twitter and I have Facebook. I don't use them a lot. Maybe when I have an event coming up and I want to share it with people. I do appreciate these spaces because they allow me to connect with people that I wouldn't be able to. How about you?
Funny enough, I remember when Facebook just started. I was there at the beginning.
You were there? Were you on Hi-Fi? Yeah. People watching would be like, what are they talking about?
I'm feeling the judgment going through
like,
the camera.
what?
I was on
MySpace,
Hi-Fi, ICQ.
That I do not.
Yeah, I went back on MSN Messenger, all that stuff.
Yes.
But I prefer Instagram now simply because I think it's easier to go through and see things.
It depends on my vibe. I'm a homebody, you know. So I would like to be home and just cook and chill and just
easy. Yeah.
But I also do like going out and that kind of thing. But it may very well just depend on how I'm feeling at the time too. Netflix and snacks since the country closes at 8 p.m.
For me, out also is different things. Out can be going up to my friend's house and sitting in the backyard.
Okay.
Or I'm not a club guy.
Yeah.
So my night out is really truly just hanging out with people in a confined space that's just us.
In terms of style, what kind of guy are you? A t-shirt and jeans guy, or more like a high fashion guy?
I will admit, of course we do both, but let me tell you, I love suits. If I could wear a suit every day, I would. A nice suit gets me everything.
And you work it well.
Thank you. Absolutely. Sometimes you just want to feel pretty. As a guy.
That's not bad.
What about you?
Oh wow, I love to be comfortable. I love to be able to climb a tree on call and run up and like I love being able to get on my toes and run or
instant activity.
Agile, right. So I really love the t-shirt and jeans vibes, but I'm also very interested in high fashion. So I love both. Noran Price, thank you for talking to me.
Yashika Graham, it's been a pleasure. We swam in the deep end.
Absolutely, and we're gonna keep doing so.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So thank you.
Yeah.
This is Noran Price signing out.
This is Yashika Graham.
All right, and
that's
I
it.
I will say thank you to Cool 97 FM. You guys took a chance on us, and we are so appreciative. And I will never forget opening that mic and talking for the first time. I won't.
And I echo that. Thank you very much, Cool. And we are absolutely happy to be here. Thank you for watching.
Bye.